Assalamu alaikum. Welcome back to Chanel's Second Budhiman. The American presidential election has been held, the Sino-Taiwan war will begin. Before you're watching the video, don't forget a cup of the warm coffee and the snack. Don't forget to subscribe, likes, notifications bell, shares and comments. The prediction of the former Deputy Director of the United States Central Intelligence Agency (CIA) Admiral Ret. James Winnfeld, regarding the aggression of the Chinese People's Liberation Army (PLA) to the Republic of China (Taiwan) is just waiting for verification. This is because the United States U.S. presidential election was already held on Tuesday, November 3, 2020. In the news Military Viva Tuesday, August 25, 2020, it is known that Winnfeld has given his prediction in an essay published by Theus Naval Institute USNI. The former deputy commander of the U.S. Armed Forces said that Chinese troops would take advantage of the moment of the U.S. presidential election to launch their attacks on. Winnfeld explained the scenario was that on the first day the Chinese military would use cyberattacks to take over key Taiwan facilities. The Chinese military will cripple the power grid, including shutting down Taiwan's public media. In addition, Chinese troops will also forcibly take over several islands in Taiwan, namely Kinmen, Matsu, and Penghu. Winnfeld believes the Chinese military will be able to seize the islands after defeating Taiwanese forces. On the other hand, the Chinese Navy's planned naval fleet will block the entrance of foreign intervention from the Taiwan Strait. That means, the Chinese military has also prepared and calculated a potential conflict with the U.S. Navy, which is also in the South China Sea region. Then on the second day, Winnfeld was convinced that the Chinese attack on the first day would bring the Taiwan economy to a standstill. With that situation, Tsai Ing-wen's government would be confused. Even though the United States had called for action from the United Nations Security Council, it would not succeed. This is because China is also a permanent member of the UN Security Council. And, China will also certainly be supported by another permanent member who is its ally, Russia. With the veto power of the two countries, the UN Security Council will not be able to do anything about it. Realizing the number of casualties and injuries from the war, China was confident that Tsai Ing-wen would give instructions to raise a white flag and surrender. Winnfeld believes that this will happen on the third day, where China will proclaim victory and the return of Taiwan to its sovereign territory. The Chinese People's Liberation Army Navy planned Type 075 amphibious assault ship has reportedly moved into the territory of the Republic of China, Taiwan. A number of photos are circulating that this Chinese military warship is already in the South China Sea on alert status. According to the reports cited Global Times Viva Military, Type 075 warship appears near the Chinese People's Liberation Army Naval Base in Sanya, Hainan Province, South China, Tuesday, November 3, 2020. The movement of the Type 075 warship is reportedly to carry out trials in the South China Sea region, so that its capabilities are tested. The new Chinese military warship departed for the Salian China Sea, because it had bigger waves and gusts of wind. The Type 075 amphibious assault ship needs to undergo more sea trials. When compared to the Yellow Sea or the East China Sea, the South China Sea has bigger waves and stronger winds, said Song Zhongping, a Chinese military expert. In addition to the Type 075 amphibious assault ship, the Chinese military has also deployed Type 094 Jin-class ballistic missile submarines to the South China Sea. In this satellite image taken Tuesday, November 3, 2020, the Type 09 ballistic missile submarine moves leaving the Chinese naval base in Yulin, Hainan Island. The movement of these two Chinese military combat vehicles made the Taiwan government increase its alertness. Because if it is adjusted to the prediction of the former Deputy Director of the Central Intelligence Agency (CIA) Admiral Ret. James Winnfeld, the Chinese military will close the entry route in the South China Sea with a blockade of its fleet. In Winnfeld's essay published by the U.S. Naval Institute (USNI), this step was taken to prevent the intervention of the U.S. armed forces, which have long opposed China's ambition to annex Taiwan and return the country to its territory. The end. A topic about the American presidential election has been held. The Sino-Taiwan war will begin. Don't forget subscribes, likes, notifications bell, shares and comments from Sechan Budhiman channel.